and welcome back to the Nacforadventure YouTube channel. My name is AJ Cutler. In today's video, we are going to be doing a bike check. What bike do you ride? It's definitely one of my most asked questions on social media. And I've also got some comments on YouTube asking about Nick's bike. So here we are, we're gonna do a little video on the details and backgrounds of the bikes that we ride. We have my trail bike, Nick's Enduro / trail bike that he built himself last year, as well as my newly acquired downhill bike that I'm super stoked about. And lastly, my vintage city bike that I love to ride around town. I'm super excited to show you a little bit more about these bikes, so let's do a bike check. So first we have my trusty trail bike. This is the 2020 Liv Intrigue 3. And when I was first looking at mountain bikes, a couple of my friends had Liv bikes, so I just kind of like naturally gravitated towards that brand because they really liked them. And so Liv is the women's specific bike brand from Giant. And when I say women's specific, it usually just means that the geometry caters more towards people with longer legs, shorter torsos, and maybe narrower shoulders. But overall, this has just been a really great bike. When I first got it, it was kind of a case of being at the right place at the right time. When I went to the local bike shop, I kind of gave them the specs that I was looking for. And this was the bike that fit my description and was well within my budget. And it had just happened to be built like 5 minutes before I walked in. And I firmly believe that if I was even 5 minutes later, I wouldn't have had this bike. And it's been such a great bike for the past couple of seasons as I've been like getting into mountain biking and like figuring out what I like. I've honestly kept a lot of it just stock, what came on the bike. I have replaced some parts here and there just due to wear and tear. So let's get into the details. This bike is a medium frame and then it has 27.5 wheels. As for suspension, we have RockShox all around. In the back, we have the RockShox Deluxe. And then the front, the RockShox 35 Gold RL. And this offers 150mm travel in the front and 140mm travel in the back. Honestly, when I was first looking at the bike, this was a lot more travel than I was looking for. But overall, I'm really glad I did go with the 150, 140 because I've kind of been able to grow into it as I've progressed. The frame is aluminum because that's what fit my budget at the time. But I did add some frame protectors on the down tube here, as well as some of the clear frame protectors just to keep the frame looking nice. There are a couple cosmetic / functional things that I added, including a water bottle cage and pump holder, as well as a matching fender and top cap from Groundkeeper Custom. I also added some fun orange grips. I really liked the green bike with the orange accents. I did used to have matching orange flat pedals, but recently I switched to Clipless, which has been super fun. These are the Crank Brothers Mallet 2 Clipless pedals. I got them from Level 9 and I did a video with them a couple months back. So if you're interested in learning about Clipless or just need some inspiration, I'll link that in the description below. I've had to replace 2 things on this bike. One of them was the shifter, which I upgraded to the SRAM NX. And the other part was the derailleur, which is now upgraded to the SRAM GX. As I've said, this has been such an amazing bike for the past couple seasons, but I am looking to upgrade possibly by next year. So stay tuned for that, and let's get to Nick's bike.
Hello, my name is Nick. This is my 2021 Commencal Meta TR. I bought the frame in 2021, and then I bought a bunch of the parts sporadically throughout the winter. Built the frame like that spring and summer.
Why did you choose to like build your bike instead of just like buying a bike from the store?
I wanted to put all of my favorite parts on it. These are my custom wheels. I had them built by a guy in Ogden. His name is Dusty. He goes by Hubsessed on Instagram. And we could probably put his stuff down in the description. These are Crank Brothers Synthesis alloy rims with factor hubs. I think they're like factor 602 hubs. I have Magura brakes and 200mm rotors on front and back. These are my Magura NT5 brakes, along with like the Magura rotors we just showed you with the 1-fingered levers. Up here as well, we have our Pacific Northwest handlebars, factor stem, Pacific Northwest grips, PNW little dropper lever here, Groundkeeper Customs, top cap, RockShox Lyric. It's got like the whatever the RC2 charger, the most recent damper, and then the Groundkeeper Customs little fender. RockShox Super Deluxe Ultimate rear shock. Crank Brothers little pump here with a water cap, level 9 little baggie to keep my spare tube and tire lever in. WTB Silverado saddle. P&W dropper post, wolf tooth components, seat clamp, and then the whole frame is ride wrapped. I did that as well. Down here is just an NX, little cassette and cranks, because there's, I don't know, there is like weight savings when you go up to like the XX1, but, or like the carbon crank sets, but like between this and like the GX, there's not too much of a weight savings, and this was like dramatically cheaper, or not dramatically, it was cheaper. Crank Brothers, Clipless pedals, these are like the Enduro pedals, XX1 chain, GX cassette, GX derailleur, Magura brakes, and 200mm rotor back here. The Factor hubs and Crank Brothers synthesis rims back here as well. The tires are 29ers. I'm doing the Aggressor in the back and the Assegai in the front. I just got double down casings on my rear tire, and then I'm just doing like the EXO casings on the front. Canis Armor tire inserts that are inside here that are just the foam inserts, like basically cush core. This is my lovely bike. I've had a blast riding it.
This is my newest bike, well, new to me. I did get it on consignment at level 9, and it was kind of just another instance where I was in the right place at the right time again. I had gone in to go get some parts to fix my Enduro bike, but then this had just been brought in and the guy just wanted to get rid of it. I have been looking to either upgrade my Enduro bike or get some sort of aggressive downhill bike for the bike park, and this was just like staring me in the face, and there was no way that I was gonna leave the shop without it. So this is my Santa Cruz V10, and it has been such a game changer when going to bike parks like Deer Valley, Powder Mountain, even on some downhill shuttles up in Park City. So let's hear some more about it. This bike is from 2017. It's carbon fiber, small frame with 27.5 wheels. I do like that it's a little bit smaller just because it's very easy to maneuver while in the bike park. Plus, downhill bikes are notoriously heavy, so having a smaller frame definitely helps. The rear shock is the Fox DHX2 Performance, and it offers 213 millimeters of travel. For front suspension, we have the RockShox Boxer dual crown fork. It offers 200 millimeters of travel. Anytime I'm rolling over features or hitting big jumps, drops, this fork has just been so cushy and it is so fun. As for pedals, I did put my old flat pedals from my trail bike on there just because the pedals that came with this bike were like not good at all. I didn't think the pedals made that big of a difference, but they really do. These ones are just so grippy. I love the surface area, and I just feel really solid on them. I also thought about switching them over to Clipless. It's also kind of hard to tell, but I did put some sparkly frame protectors on there. I know looks aren't everything, but I've gotten so many compliments on it. I think it looks so rad. Plus, it's helping to protect, right? Overall, I am seriously so stoked on this bike. I can't believe it just like fell into my lap. And I feel like I've actually gained a lot of confidence from being on a more aggressive bike, not only on like jumps and stuff, but also through the tech and with drops and steep stuff. So I feel like I've already gotten so many good days on this bike, and it's only been maybe 5. I love this thing and I can't wait for more. That does it for all the mountain bikes. So let's show the city bike and then we'll be done with our bike check. Even if we're not riding on like mountain bike trails, I would say that riding a bike is definitely my preferred mode of transportation. Whether I'm just like riding my bike to the store or to the farmer's market, meet up with friends like at the park or at a bar, I would definitely say that I try and ride my bike as much as possible, especially when the weather is beautiful and I have time and there's so much daylight. So this is the Vitus 979. I think that's how you pronounce it. I couldn't find the exact model year, but it's from like the late 80s, early 90s. It's definitely got like that vintage retro look. I absolutely love this purple color. It's got these really fun shifters. It's got 7 gears in the back and then 2 gears in the front. It even has the original clipless look binding. I don't have shoes that'll fit them yet, but it'd be kind of cool to get them. I just really like this bike. It's so efficient and easy to ride around town. I'm seriously so thankful that Judy gave it to me, and she took such good care of it. I really didn't have to fix anything. I just took it to the shop and they put some air in the tires, and that was pretty much it. And that does it for our Nacforadventure bike check. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like it and subscribe to our channel for more mountain biking and outdoor videos. And also make sure to check out my Instagram and TikTok at AJ Cutler for more outdoorsy content. Thanks so much for watching, and keep on crushing.
Oh, hi. Didn't see you there. Oh, I'm just wiping off my Steve. Hello.
Hold on.